Tonight's specimen said one sentence at half the volume of everyone else in the room, and the whole room dropped down to meet them. You've been in that room, somebody who never raises their voice, and somehow you're the one adjusting. The loudest person had been fighting for that room for 20 minutes. They lost it in about 4 seconds and never learned how. And here's the uncomfortable part. The same stillness that reads as authority is the exact tool a negotiator uses to make you talk yourself into a worse deal. So tonight we cut it open, where command actually comes from and how it gets counterfeited. By the end you'll be able to tell in about a minute whether the calm person across from you is grounded or hunting. Let's begin. First, the mechanism. And forget the quiet one for a second. When a person raises their voice, what are they actually doing? Making a bid. Volume is a request for attention you do not currently have. Watch yourself do it. Your voice goes up at the exact moment you feel the room slipping. Nobody has ever raised their voice while being listened to. Not once. Volume is what you reach for when you're not. So the room hears the volume, and underneath it hears the second sentence you didn't mean to say. Please look at me. The room reads bids fluently and never mentions it's doing it. It just quietly files who is asking, and who isn't. Now the quiet one. They make no bid at all. They speak at the volume of someone who assumes they already have you. That assumption is the whole engine. It isn't confidence you're watching. It's the absence of asking. Because we read people backwards. We don't check whether someone has authority. We check whether they're behaving like someone who still has to earn it. Someone who never asks must already have it. That's the inference. The room makes it in under a second and never verifies. Nobody audits it. The room grants the authority it assumed was already there, and then remembers granting nothing at all. So, first finding. Volume is not power. Volume is the receipt for power you don't have. Second cut, and this is where it gets strange. Something has to cross the gap between two people. Somebody always pays the freight. The loud one pays all of it. They carry their own voice across the whole room and set it down at your feet. The quiet one makes you come and get it. You lean in, you stop talking, you hush your own friends so you can hear. And here's the part your brain doesn't tell you. That work doesn't get filed as work. It gets filed as importance. Aronson and Mills put students through an embarrassing initiation to join a deliberately dull group, and the ones who suffered most rated it best. We don't value what we're handed. We value what we paid for. So every inch you leaned in was a vote. You cast it, you paid for it, and you have no memory of doing either. The whisper that silences a room, the room did that. They just declined to fill it. Meanwhile, the loud one is charged for every word. They hand the room their energy, and the room hands back a bill. Because effort you can see is effort you can price. The moment we watch someone work for our attention, we know exactly what it was worth to them. And we adjust downward. It's the same reason the person who needs the sale never gets it. Need is visible, and visible need moves the price. The quiet one keeps their need out of the room. Not because they have none, because they don't spend it here. So the second finding, and this one is the whole video. Command isn't something you push out. It's the work you let the room do. Now, what does not bidding look like on the table? It has moving parts and we can name them. Part 1. They don't repeat themselves. They say the thing once and let it lie there, even when it doesn't land. Repetition is a bid wearing a disguise. Saying it twice tells the room you didn't believe it worked the first time. Part 2. They don't accelerate. Watch what happens to their speed the second they're interrupted. Tempo is the tell nobody thinks to fake. Under pressure, almost everyone speeds up. The words start racing the exit. They finish the sentence they were in the middle of at exactly the speed they started it. That isn't politeness. That's someone who doesn't think they're running out of time. Part 3. They don't fill their own silence. They stop talking at the end of the thought, not at the end of their nerve. Most people can't. The pause opens, the pressure to plug it is unbearable, and out comes the extra sentence. The apology, the joke, the qualifier. That extra sentence is a bid. Every time. Says, that wasn't enough, was it? Part 4. They don't chase the reaction. They say it, and they don't check your face to see how it did. Watch anyone else deliver a line. The eyes sweep the table afterward, collecting. That sweep is the entire ask, and it happens in half a second. Because if you needed to check, you were never sure it would land. And the room saw you check. For parts, one shape, repeat, accelerate, fill, check. Each one of them is you paying for something you'd hope to be given. And here's the cruelty of the mechanism. Every one of those moves is an attempt to get the room. And every one of them is why you don't have it. The reaching is the losing. That isn't a metaphor, it's the finding. And it's why the loud one never solves it. They do more of the thing that's costing them. Now turn the specimen over. Stillness detaches from the person, can be lifted off them and worn by somebody else. Calm that isn't grounded in anything. Silence used as a vacuum, aimed at you, and simply left open until you fill it. So say the ethics out loud once and plainly. This is a map for holding your own ground. It is not a set of moves to run on people who trust you. The negotiators pause. They say their number, Then nothing at all because they know you'll bid against yourself just to end the silence. The underreaction. They stay calm precisely so that you become the one who's flustered. And then the room reads you as the unstable one. That's the crowbar. Not what they do. What they don't do time so that you do it instead. So how do you separate the ground from the act? For tells straight out of the mechanism. Tell 1. Where the calm lands. Real ground lowers the room's temperature. People breathe out around it. The forgery lowers only theirs. Everyone else gets more vigilant, not less, while one person stays serene in the middle of it. Tell 2. Who's allowed to speak into the quiet. Real stillness opens the floor. The silence is there for you to use. The counterfeit closes it. Their silence isn't space, it's a vacuum. And every word you spend filling it is a concession you didn't plan to make. Tell 3. Does the stillness survive being wrong? Watch them get corrected in front of people who matter. Ground holds when it costs. The act only exists while they're winning. Take the advantage away and the tempo breaks. Tell 4, and it's the only one they can't beat. Give the silence back. Say your piece, stop, and simply sit in it with them. Real presence is comfortable in there with you. The technique needs you talking. Deny it and watch which one of you moves first. Last cut. So what do you actually do with this? Don't lower your voice. That's the first thing everyone tries, and it fails immediately. Someone frightened speaking quietly is still someone frightened. The room was never reading your volume. It's reading whether you need it. So the work was never in the voice. It's in the wanting, and the room can smell wanting through any volume you choose. Say the thing once. Then feel the pull to add the sentence that makes sure. That pull is the whole mechanism, and now you know its name. You'll catch it tonight. Somewhere in the next conversation your voice will go up half a step, and this time you'll hear it happen. That's tonight's finding. Not the loud one across the table, you. The half step, the second sentence, the sweep of your eyes around the room afterward. You've been bidding your whole life. The only thing that changed tonight is that you can hear yourself doing it. Same table next week.